The boxes creaked as I hauled them into my new bedroom. Through the window, Blackwater Lake stretched like spilled oil across the landscape.
"Danny, come help with the fishing gear,"
Dad shouted from below, his voice brimming with excitement. I sighed, running my fingers along the windowsill.
"Coming."
When I got downstairs, Dad was arranging his tackle boxes with meticulous care. His eyes sparkled in a way I hadn't seen since Mom left.
"This place is perfect,"
he said, patting my shoulder.
"Just what we needed, right, buddy?"
I forced a smile.
"Sure, Dad."
The lake looked uninviting, murky water lapping against muddy shores. No beaches, no clear swimming areas, just darkness.
The realtor mentioned great fishing. Giant eels, apparently. Can you believe it?
"Eels gross."
Dad laughed.
One man's gross is another man's trophy catch.
As night fell, I unpacked my room while Dad called his fishing buddies. The lake's surface turned pitch black under the rising moon. I was almost asleep when I heard it. A high, piercing wail cutting through the night. Human, yet not quite. My skin prickled as it echoed across the water. It stopped as suddenly as it began, leaving only the sound of my racing heart.
I didn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, that sound echoed in my head. Human, yet not human. Desperate and chilling. "Dad,"
I whispered at breakfast, pushing cereal around my bowl.
"did you hear that noise last night?"
He looked up from his newspaper, dark circles under his eyes.
"What noise?"
Like screaming from the lake.
Dad's spoon paused halfway to his mouth.
"Probably just a loon or something. Lakes make weird sounds at night."
But his eyes darted away too quickly. That night, I waited. My window cracked open. I sat cross-legged on my bed until the house went silent. Dad's snores drifted down the hallway. Then it came again, louder, longer, a wail that rose and fell like someone drowning. I pressed my face against the window screen. The lake's surface rippled in the moonlight, and for a moment, I swore I saw something massive move beneath the dark water. Then another scream tore through the night, so close it seemed to vibrate through my bones. I grabbed Dad's flashlight and crept out through the back door. The grass was cold and wet beneath my bare feet, but I barely noticed. I had to see what was in that lake.
"Alex, wait up."
I whirled around to find Mia from next door, jogging to catch up, her dark hair bouncing against her shoulders.
"What are you doing out here?"
I whispered.
"Following you. I heard it too, you know. Every night. My parents say I'm imagining things."
We stood at the lake's edge, our flashlight beams cutting pathways across the inky water. Then something broke the surface, a massive serpentine shape, its skin slick and black.
"Oh my God, is that an eel?"
The creature turned, and our lights caught its face. Not an eel, not exactly. Its eyes were too intelligent, its mouth unnaturally wide. When it opened its jaws, I saw rows of needle-like teeth.
"The beast of Blackwater, Dad knows. He's known all along."
The moon cast long shadows across the garage as I stared at the creature in the tank. Mia stood beside me, our shoulders nearly touching.
"What does it want?"
She whispered. The eel twisted in the water, its body undulating like an oil slick. When it opened its mouth, the scream that emerged made my knees buckle.
"Dad's been feeding it."
I said, my voice trembling.
"Not fish, sounds, voices."
I showed her the notebook I'd found hidden beneath Dad's workbench, pages filled with names, dates, and descriptions.
"Mrs. Elkins's dog lasted 3 days. Raymond from the post office, nearly a week. That's why he moved us here."
I realized.
The last town got suspicious when people started losing their voices.
The eel pressed against the glass, its eyes fixed on Mia. Her hand found mine in the darkness.
"It's starving."
I whispered.
"And Dad's voice is almost gone."
"What happens when there's nothing left to feed it?"
Mia asked. The eel screamed again, and this time, I swore it sounded like my name. Dad's face contorted in the blue light of the tank as I backed away from him.
"You've been stealing voices?"
My own voice was barely audible over the eel's desperate wails.
"Not stealing.
He corrected, his words hollow and rasping.
Borrowing. They come back eventually. Most of them."
Mia stepped out from behind me, her face pale with horror.
"My sister lost her voice last month. For 2 weeks. Was that you?"
Dad couldn't meet her eyes.
"I tried animals first, but they don't last. Human voices sustain it longer."
"What is it?"
I demanded.
"A siren eel. Ancient. Feeds on sound vibrations. The louder and more emotional, the better."
His hands trembled.
"I found it in an expedition in the South Pacific. It was supposed to be my greatest discovery."
"Instead it's consuming you."
Mia whispered. Dad nodded weakly.
"I thought I could control it, study it, but it's gotten stronger and hungrier."
The eel pressed against the glass. its mouth forming a perfect circle as it released another scream, this one, unmistakably, in my mother's voice. I collapsed into the chair beside the tank, staring at the net in my hands. My fingers trembled against the plastic handle.
No, I won't do this.
Dad's voice was barely audible.
You don't understand. It'll take you next, or your mother.
Mia stepped forward, her face set in determination.
There has to be another way.
The eel pressed against the glass, its mouth opening in a silent plea. The hunger in its eyes was unmistakable.
What if we gave it something else? Something that makes sound but isn't alive?
Dad shook his head weakly.
I tried. Radio's recordings. It needs the emotional resonance of a living voice.
I stood suddenly, tossing the net aside.
Then we give it back.
Back?
Dad looked confused.
To the ocean, where it belongs.
I moved toward the tank.
We've kept it prisoner, made it dependent. This ends tonight.
Dad's eyes widened with fear.
You don't understand what you're saying. It's bonded to me now. If we separate...
Then that's a risk we'll have to take. We can't keep feeding it people's voices.
As the silence enveloped the garage, I made my decision. With trembling hands, I took the net from Dad's grasp.
I understand now.
I said quietly.
And I know what needs to be done.
I walked to the tank, watching the eel's eager movements as it sensed my approach. Behind me, Dad slumped with relief.
The car keys.
I said firmly.
We need the truck.
20 minutes later, we stood at the lake's edge. Mia and Dad helped me hoist the portable tank containing the creature. The eel thrashed violently as we approached the water, sensing its original home.
What if it comes back?
Dad whispered, his damaged voice barely audible over the lapping waves.
It won't.
I replied.
This is where it belongs.
As we lowered the tank into the black water, the eel slipped free, disappearing instantly into the depths. For a moment, the lake's surface rippled, then went still. That night, for the first time in weeks, we slept in silence.